Flores Island in Indonesia is a remote, dense environment that remained anthropologically quiet until 2003. It was then that a discovery here challenged the established understanding of human physical limits. During a scientific excavation inside Liangbua Cave, researchers unearthed evidence that disrupted the traditional timeline of our genus. Deep within the sediment, they found the remains of a population unlike any previously recorded. The team covered 9 ancient skeletons. They were remarkably small, averaging only about 1 meter or 3 feet in height, a stature far shorter than any other known adult hominid. These beings also possessed a brain volume roughly 1/3 the size of a modern human's. It was a cranial capacity more similar to an ancient ape than a member of the human family living in the recent past. While their size suggested youth, dental wear and bone fusion patterns identified these individuals as fully grown adults. Their proportions were a permanent feature of a distinct biological lineage. Dating analysis placed these skeletons between 95,000 and 13,000 BC, an era once thought to be dominated exclusively by larger-bodied humans. This timeline reveals a massive historical overlap. Exactly 18,000 years ago, as modern Homo sapiens were expanding across the globe, these tiny humans were still thriving in their isolated island home. Because of their size, early theory suggested they were a group of modern humans with a growth disorder or a population of pygmies. However, research published in Nature confirmed their skeletal anatomy was biologically unique. This separate branch of the human family was officially named Homo floresiensis. Their discovery proves that modern human history is not a solitary narrative. For tens of thousands of years, we shared the planet with an entirely different, miniature human species. To find the origin of this species, we have to look back 1 million years to the arrival of early ancestors, likely Homo erectus. Lower sea levels created a natural land bridge. Early ancestors reached Flores by walking across a corridor connecting the island to the continental shelf. But over thousands of years, global sea levels rose. The ocean swallowed the connection, severing Flores from the mainland. The population of Homo erectus was now trapped. With no way to cross the newly formed sea, they became an isolated group, cut off from the gene pool of the rest of the world. This geological event transformed the island into a biological laboratory, where survival would be dictated by the limited resources of a closed environment. On an island, the ecosystem is a closed loop. With a finite amount of food, competition for survival within a dense jungle is constant. For a standard-sized Homo erectus, a large body is an expensive biological investment. In a landscape where calories are scarce, a large frame becomes an evolutionary liability. Under these specific environmental pressures, a process called insular dwarfism begins to reshape the inhabitants. Over hundreds of generations, the population physically shrank. Reducing their body size allowed them to lower their daily caloric requirements, ensuring the species could survive on the island's limited resources. This extreme reduction in size was a successful adaptation, a biological optimization that allowed the species to persist for nearly 1 million years. This creates a stark contrast. While the Flores population was shaped by scarcity, human ancestors in the rest of the world navigated much larger, resource-rich environments. On the mainland, abundant food sources supported the continued growth and brain development that eventually led to modern Homo sapiens. The ancestors on Flores took a different path. Ultimately, the human body is not a fixed design. It is a malleable template, reshaped by geographical pressures it must overcome to survive.